have any questions, okay, please unmute yourself and speak. Okay, so we can hear, and I'll be very happy to answer any question that you may have. Okay, so we'll get started. I'm going to show you this presentation, which I have here, and I'll take you through. Can you all confirm that you can see the presentation on your screen? The presentation says ads for growth and an advanced digital marketing program. Okay, you can just write on the chat window and say yes. Okay, Aman. So very good. So you are able to see the presentation as well, and we are going to get started. Cool. So the name of the company. Okay. Yeah. So it's the, okay. So this is AMP Digital, or AMP Digital is the name of the company, and we started this company in 2013. Okay, and was started by me and one more person. We were from Google, like we worked for Google for about 8 years, and then we started this company. Uh, AMP Digital, AMP Digital, we are into digital marketing, and we do two things as a company. We provide training programs to people who are professionals, working professionals, entrepreneurs, uh, etc. And then we also execute. So we are also a digital marketing agency. So we provide all the digital marketing services like SEO, social media, online advertising, analytics to the other companies. So that is what we have been doing. Uh, the reason we do both of them is that whatever we learn by helping brands go digital, we actually bring to the classroom. So whatever we are teaching is actually very hands-on through from our practical experience. And of course, we have learned a few things because we have been there in the industry for the last 10 to 12 years. Like, for example, I spent about 7.5 years at Google, and last 3 years I've been running my own company. So about 10 to 11 years I've been associated with digital marketing, and whatever has been a learning, we will love to share. Till now, we have trained more than 10,000 professionals from 134 countries. And we run, I think, three types of programs. We have three variants. One is purely video-based programs, and some of this is also hosted at international, education platforms like Udemy, etc. And that's how we have been able to reach out to 100 plus countries and stuff like that. Plus, so that is one variant, so like wherein people come, go through videos, go through content, do some exercises, etc., and then they go away, get certified. Second is instructor driven, wherein I take you through the program, and we use the content and case studies, and that is a lot more practical learning, practical experience. So we actually create those accounts, etc. And also in instructor driven, we have two models. One is an online, wherein we use this very tool. It's called Google Hangout, and we run sessions using Google Hangout. And the second one is our classroom training, which we conduct only in Gurgaon. So if you are close to Gurgaon or if you're staying in Gurgaon, you really have two options to evaluate. One is online learning, wherein we have classes using this tool, or coming to our office in our conference room and then going through the program. Now we also conduct MDP programs, like management development programs, for business schools. Like I've done one program at IIM Kozhikode, which I'm also an alumni from there, at XIME, Xavier Institute of Management and Entrepreneurship in Kochi and Bangalore. And we've done lots of corporate training programs. Last week, we just completed one from Ernst and Young in Gurgaon and Bangalore. We have done it for DHL, IDEA, CL, stuff like that. Apart from that, we have also been retained by Google to train their premium SME partners. So Google has these partners who go out and sell Google's products. So we have been retained by Google to train some of them and provide them with training in account management and sales. So this is a little bit about our company. We are a private limited company based in Gurgaon. Okay, so I just want to check again if everything is fine and you are able to follow me. Great. So we'll continue. So why digital marketing? And this goes back to 2013. So when we decided to quit our jobs and start something of our own, we picked up digital marketing. One of the reasons was that we felt that there is a huge skill gap in the market. Like there are no formal education being provided in digital marketing. There are no IIMs, no engineering college dedicated to digital marketing, and people whosoever have learned on their own. So there was this half-baked knowledge, and when we were part of Google, we realized that a lot of the businesses are not able to make full use of marketing potential because of the skill gap in the market. And now I think that it has taken off. Digital marketing is being recognized as one of the largest channels to get business, especially for online businesses, which is also driven by internet penetration, cheaper smartphones, etc. A lot of people are now online. They're doing a lot of activities online. So the best place for us as marketers to reach out to them is online. They're spending a lot of time online. So with this in mind, I think a lot of businesses have started hiring people with digital marketing skills. They are creating digital marketing roles. And earlier, while big brands like Pepsi and Coke and stuff like that, Unilever will outsource all the work. Nowadays, a lot of the work is done in-house. So there is an agency wherein there is a lot of jobs, and nowadays there's a lot of brands which are hiring a lot of people. And apart from that, there are also e-commerce companies whose main bread and butter source of customer is through digital marketing. So all these people, as per Economic Times article, which appeared sometime back, ET has expected that 15 lakh, 1.5 million jobs are going to be created in digital marketing in the next 2 years alone, 16 and 17. Right? So it's a high growth area. Even in marketing, digital is driving everything, especially nowadays, the mobile marketing, stuff like that. So who needs this training? So there are, I think, three categories of people who come to us to get trained. One is people who are in traditional marketing jobs or who are in sales and who wish to move to a digital marketing roles. Also, for a lot of people, their marketing and sales roles have expanded to include digital components. So they are the first category of people, and they comprise of maybe 40 to 50% of all the people who come to us are people like that. So our current batch has people who are working for, say, Taj Hotels. They are directors of marketing at Taj Hotels, but now they want to, uh, contribute to or think through how Taj can generate leads, do brand building, etc., drive sales for their hotels and restaurants bookings through online. So that is one example of people who are actually coming to us. Um, Also, there are people who are into, say, digital companies, internet companies, but in different roles. They are, say, in operations, they want to get into digital. So a large part of our people who come to us are people in marketing sales who want to get into digital. It can be due to the role has changed, or in the future they want to, that's the career path that they have picked up themselves. The other set of people, especially in NCR and all, is entrepreneurs. And a lot of people who are running their own businesses, they want to get understand what digital is all about, because as an entrepreneur, one thing is to build a product, and the second thing is to market and sell, to acquire customers, and that's where our program helps them. So we have a few, so about 15 to 20% of our people comprise of entrepreneurs, business owners, or even leaders from other areas who want to get into, who want to understand digital marketing because it impacts them. The other kind of people is that we are slowly and steadily finding interesting is student category, or people who are in business schools, who are getting into the job market and who need a little bit of job oriented skills. So we are also providing training to them. So these are the three categories. Plus, there are people like who are getting back into their job market. So there are housewives who have had a break in their careers, or people who have gone abroad and stuff like that. So we have all sets of people who have actually gone through our program. Yes, final thing I forgot to mention is that digital marketing is also very susceptible to freelancing. So there is a whole lot of freelancers who are working and companies who are hiring them. So a lot of people use digital marketing to generate their second stream of income. You may have a day job, you may be doing something, but in the afternoon, in the nights, on the weekends, you want to get projects, you want to get paid, and a lot of people are managing accounts, managing social media, managing SEO activities, whatnot, or providing consulting services, building strategy and planning. All these things are outsourced. There's a huge market for freelancing, and so there are people who want to generate a second line of income for themselves. They are also coming and getting trained. Yes. So with that, I'll take you through our program, and we'll get to know what this is all about. So our program is essentially 4 months plus intensive training in all aspects of digital. So we will train you so that you can go out and start managing accounts on yourself if you want to. We'll train you in a way that you can build strategy, build plans, at the same time execute it as well, because it's a very hands-on things that we train you on. Essentially, there are 14 scheduled sessions of 3 hours each, which happens on weekends, Saturdays or Sundays. Online sessions happen on Saturdays, Sundays. Offline classroom are happening on Saturdays, but we keep having batches from time to time. And then apart from these 14 scheduled sessions, there are webinars, there are test analysis, etc. that will happen, say during the weekday, sometime in the late evening, etc. So you should be open to attend those things as well. Okay, so it's like 4 months program, and you should be spending about 6 to 10 hours every week if you want to do well. Okay, so I was just checking to make sure that everything is fine. So there are overall about 20 modules that we have. Okay, and these modules cover the entire length and breadth of digital. And and some of these actually change from time to time. So we include things depending upon what the market demands, what are the new things in the market. So yeah, so that changes, and I'm going to take you through all the modules that we have. Okay, this is a little bit profile, my profile, like, and I'll be the lead instructor in the entire program. So I founded Am Digital 2013. I worked at Google, and my last role was as head of global SMB services. SMB stands for small and medium businesses. So my team was responsible for onboarding, managing advertising accounts for any advertiser who signed up with Google on their own, who went to the Google's website and signed up, and they signed up in English. So all advertisers from US to UK to Australia to Singapore, Hong Kong, India, Pakistan, anyone who went to the English side of Google, signed up, was assigned to us, and we will help them onboard, we'll help them set up their accounts, we'll help them create the ads, manage the advertising, manage the budget. We'll ensure that they get the ROI that they want from the advertising. Then we also did some cross-selling and upselling and etc. And if there are somebody who was churning, like who are moving out of advertising, like who has stopped advertising, we call them to get them back into the system. So we did all that for Google, and I had one of the largest teams in Google India, like about 300, 350 Googlers. And then we also outsourced a lot of work to companies like Cognizant and IBM and Genpact, and they are still doing it. Uh, then after that, as a part of my job at AM Digital, we also consult with some companies, and I have consulted with, say, brands like HP for the HP Shopping.in, Harvest Digital, Ernst& Young, EY, DLF, and stuff like that. Spoken at Fiki and some of the other platforms. This picture is of me talking at Fiki. And I've also trained the Google Premier SME partner. So in-depth experience with industry, with academia, and with people like you. Now, these are some of the modules that we are going to do in our program. Like I said, very comprehensive, and I've actually split the modules into 5 segments. First one is about acquiring organic traffic. How do you acquire organic traffic? And in that, we are going to learn techniques like search engine optimization, which is about how do you get your website higher on Google search results. We learn a little bit about blogging, like how to do blogging. Uh, then inbound and content marketing. So, so we learn about, what is inbound, what is content marketing, how to create the marketing plan, how to create user profiles, personas, and then churn out content that interests the users, and they come to your website, give their leads, etc. This is something that is being used very effectively by B2B customers. Like if you're an IT company talking to other companies to hire your services, they are the people who use. So yeah. So then affiliate, like if you are somebody who is into online sales kind of a business, you can also use affiliate marketing, and that's what it is. Okay, so I just want to make sure that you are able to hear me fine. So can some of you say yes on the chat window on the right hand side? Yes, okay, Aman, thank you. Yeah. So Divya, you can also, turn the camera off. Like there's a turn camera off at the top of your screen. You can just turn the camera off. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Thank you. So, okay, cool. So that is the first module, acquiring organic traffic. The second set of modules is online advertising, which is like acquiring paid traffic. So the best way to do that is through search ads, like search ads on Google AdWords. It's also called PPC, pay per click, or SEM, search engine marketing. Then there are other things so these are all about how to create place ads on Google search results, how to buy keywords, how to bid on them, how to optimize your search results, what are ad extensions, reporting, tools, media planning, etc. So this is all here. Then we go to display advertising. We learn about how to create, run banners, rich media ads, Gmail ads, etc. And same thing, like how to plan, how to run and optimize and measure, etc. Then we go to YouTube advertising. You would have seen ads inside videos, or banners, overlay ads, in-stream ads. So we learn about what are the video ways to advertise, because video nowadays is becoming very popular. So a video as a way to create content and send out content is becoming very popular nowadays. So how do you advertise? How do you catch a user's attention while they are watching a video? Is all about YouTube advertising. We learn about like what is remarketing, uh, what is the cost per view model of bidding, etc., etc. It's a huge thing. Then finally, mobile marketing. We learn about, if you have an app, then how do you promote your app? How do you get downloads for your app? How do you actually popularize your app? Or if you want to get customers on who are on mobile devices, how to grab their attention, how to what type of ads are there, etc., etc. Now, all this, so in online advertising, we are going to use Google AdWords platform. And another benefit here is that the Google conducts tests, called certification test that industry recognizes. So we are going to also help you pass those certification exams. Okay. So at the end of this module, you will be certified in search advertising, display advertising, YouTube advertising, mobile marketing, and e-commerce. So 5 certificates you can actually potentially get from Google at the end of this thing. When we are doing inbound and content marketing, we'll also help you sit for and get certified in inbound marketing from HubSpot. Okay, all these are free online certification programs run by HubSpot and Google. We are all globally recognized, so we'll help you with getting that. Then we move to metrics and measurement. We learn about once the traffic has been acquired, either through organic or free means or paid means, how do you measure what those guys are doing on your website, on your app, on your video? And to help us with that, we are going to use Google Analytics platform. So we learn about how to implement analytics, what are the standard reports, what are the custom reports, what is segmentation, etc., etc. So we learn about analytics. Then we also next step is that how do you do dashboarding, like for each kind of a business, what kind of a dashboard you need to create, which is essentially to understand how your business is doing online. What metrics to focus on, what benchmarks to use. Then we also look at ROI, like return on investment. So how do you measure return on investment? How do you understand whether your advertising marketing is yielding results or not? And finally, in this model, we also go through email marketing, which is about, how do you create, run, optimize email marketing campaigns, how to build email list, how to segment email list, what are the tools available that help you with all this, what kind of KPIs, what kind of metrics you get to see for email marketing so that you can actually optimize your campaigns. Then social media marketing. The next module, set of modules is social media. So once you have actually acquired the customers, then you would want to engage with them, create a community of people who are interested in you. So the best way to do that is social media. So we learn about Facebook marketing. There are a lot of community features like how to create community, how to create pages, how to send them offers, etc. And then there are a lot of paid Facebook advertising, which is like how to create ads, campaigns, run, optimize, measure, bid. So again, Facebook has its own platform, like Google has its own platform. So we learn about Facebook platform in and out. Then on social media, we also learn about Twitter marketing. We learn about how to create, run, optimize ads on Twitter. LinkedIn marketing, similarly. So Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, we are going to learn both about their free part, organic part, as well as the paid part. Then we also look at other platforms like Google Plus and Pinterest. Uh, Also, we'll do some other platforms which are becoming popular nowadays, like Quora, Snapchat, etc. Then we'll also do online reputation management. There's something called social listening, and about this is all about how to listen to the people who are talking about you. How do you manage the conversation so that is positive? And also, if there are negative comments out there, how do you handle it? What are the ways to build good reputation online? Okay. Then finally is conversions. Like generally you have a business because you are expecting some results out of it, whether it's driving sales, online sales, generating leads for B2B customers, brand building, whatever it is. So we learn in this how to actually improve our conversions. So the first one is of course through funnels, goals, and e-commerce. Like for e-commerce, the best way is like in Google Analytics, you learn about the funnel thing, like how are people getting on the website, getting onto the product pages, adding products in their shopping carts, going to the payment gateway, making payment, etc. So we create those funnels, and we see where there's people dropping off. If the conversion rate is 2%, we understand where are people dropping off, there are 98 other people dropping off, etc. Then we also learn about testing, like how to improve conversion rate. One of the ways is to change the layout, change the design of your page, and test it and figure out which is the design that users are liking. And there are the A/B testing and multivariate testing and stuff like that. Then there's landing page optimization. It's again linked. So how do you create multiple landing pages, and how to create buttons, colors, screens, etc. And final thing you're going to do is something called marketing automation. So let's say, again, there are some tools that you're going to learn here. And the idea here is that, let's say if you have working for a large company where hundreds of people are working on social media marketing, how do you optimize, how do you make your work more productive? So we learn about things like drip marketing campaigns, etc. Okay. So any questions from anyone here about any module, any content that you don't understand, or which is missing here that you would like to learn? Any questions? Okay, you can just write on the chat window, like, or you can just unmute yourself and say it. Okay, so I assume there are no questions, but if you have questions, feel free to ask. Okay, so these are some of the platforms that we're going to cover, that we're going to learn actually. Google AdWords for Google advertising, search, display, mobile, YouTube. All the advertising is run through Google AdWords. Facebook advertising for all the ads which are run on Facebook, their remarketing, etc. Twitter. And then we would learn Pinterest, LinkedIn, YouTube. We do HubSpot for their inbound marketing techniques, email marketing techniques. So we do all of that. Then we do Quora for Q&A kind of platforms, in Google Analytics, Hootsuite for automation, Shopify for e-commerce, and MailChimp for marketing. So, and there are more. We will learn about more platforms while we are doing this course. Okay, so key program benefits. Why should one join our program? One, of course, is that you learn. I mean, you get into a new area, you master a new area. But apart from that, there are so many other things that you get. Like, to start with, certification. Like, and these certification comes straight from Google. So they are the world's best, largest company as far as digital marketing is concerned. And if you're certified by them, it will open lots of doors for you within your company, outside your company. Then, of course, career guidance. Like, a lot of people come up, they're not very sure about which area of digital marketing should they get into, what is expected of them in the different roles, how can they approach digital marketing. For example, you may be a sales leader for Flipkart, but you're learning digital marketing. So people come and say that, look, I want to get into digital marketing department of Flipkart. So how shall I approach it? What kind of presentation should I create? Or what kind of conversation should I have with the team, etc., etc. So we help them in all those. There are a few people who are looking for placement. So we get a lot of requests, even from our alumni or companies, to hire people because, like social media, Google AdWords, analytics, there are people in high demand. So whenever we get a request from the industry, we pass it on to our alumni, and we actually help in the matching process. But ultimately, it's not a placement guarantee kind of a thing. We help you connect with the industry to the extent possible. And then it's up to you, how do you do in your interviews. Then freelancing projects, if you're interested in freelancing projects, we can help you with that. We also have a few projects that you can do for us during the program so that you really get hands-on experience. Yeah. So faculty, like I was telling you, one of the key differentiators with us is that we've spent time, we've worked at Google, the world's best company. Also, we work with companies like a very hands-on approach. Okay, so all these things we can help you with. Okay, so that is what it is. Now this is how the session looks like. Okay, so so you can see that these are all the session plans, and they are all modular in nature. So there are these are the 14 modules, 14 sessions that we are going to hold, and you know this is how the certification looks like. Uh, so you will get this certification straight from Google. Uh, okay, so just to recap of the program benefits, like hands-on learning with live projects, 6 Google certification, job assistance, career counseling. Now, apart from this, we also have a learning management system, which hosts a lot of pre-recorded videos, some content, some case studies, etc., and that you will get access to. So, so before you come to the class, you can go through those videos. If you miss a class, there's already content on them. And we've got content for all the areas. Um, we also have a testing platform, so that will help you with mock test and getting the certifications. Uh, Plus, we have a small batch size for person attention. Like we generally don't go beyond 10, 12 people for each class size, so that we give out personal attention to everyone. Okay, so till now we have actually trained about almost everyone from top 100 companies in India, like HP, Flipkart, Pepsi, Microsoft, and there are a lot of companies whose names are not here. But we have trained from all kinds of companies, banks, e-commerce companies, brands, whatever. Disney. We have trained the entire digital team for Disney.com. So, so we have trained people from across the board. Uh, okay, now before we actually end, I'll tell you our program dates and all. So our program batch, classroom batch starts on 23rd July. Our timing is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., which is in Gurgaon. Online batch is 24th July from 11 to 2. Fees is 48,000. Okay, but we are offering a discount. Okay, of 8,000. Fees after discount is 40,000 plus service tax. So that is it. So any questions? Anyone? Any questions? So you can just unmute and ask me right now. Okay, so I don't think we have a question. So with that, we will end the session here. I'm going to send, so my colleague Vel Murugan will send you the presentation. And if you have further questions, we can always talk one on one. Okay, so thank you very much.